Welcome to the observatory. Well, the weather is holding, which is unfortunate. So it's cloudy, overcast. But tonight is meant to be partially cloudy. And with some high horsetails, there's clouds. It's not going to be perfect, but I'm going to give it a try tonight. So what do you do when it's cloudy outside? Well, I've decided that my observatory is in a mess, which I'll pan around and show you in a moment. I'll come in here to clean the RC. But I've also never used the RC to image Jupiter. That so far has been a job for my Mewlon telescope, which is very good at planetary imaging, so why change? But the cloudy conditions that I'm expecting tonight don't really justify me building up my Mewlon in the garden. So what I've decided to do is come in here, tidy the observatory, and to use my RC to see how it fares with planetary imaging. So let's see how we go. First of all, let's show you the mess that's in here, and let's get things cleaned up and tidied before we go any further. Okay, so let's get the drop cloth off the telescope and get it cleaned up, ready for tonight. As you know, this just protects it from insects. What I am noticing is that, fortunately, I might have a minor leak in the roof. Actually, I think what happens is when the wind blows in a certain direction, it actually drives some of the rain under the tiles there. So what I'm going to do first of all is spray down the mount with WD-40 water repellent, and that will tidy most of that up, make sure it's dry. Probably I'll stick the dehumidifier on once I've finished. So let's get that done now. Don't go sparing with this, you can't use enough of it. Puts a film over everything. By the way, if you're using polish on your mount, stop it right now. Use WD-40. This is the best thing. Displaces water, puts a nice protective film over everything, and also I don't think the insects like it either. So this is it. This is what you do on cloudy nights. Clean your equipment. Make sure you keep it in the best possible condition, so that when you need it, it never lets you down. Lots of WD-40. What it's especially good for is protecting anodized coatings. You know how all those mounts fade in the weather? Well, if you keep a layer of WD-40 on them, it would protect from that. So more WD-40, especially on these chrome weights, painted weights as well. Finish the top. Chrome is a very funny coating, to be honest. It's only a few microns thick, and you can get what looks like pimples coming through it if you don't keep some WD-40 on it, keep this film layer on. You get like pimples forming on it where rust starts to come through from underneath. But again, I suppose I should actually reach out to WD-40 and ask them for some sponsorship. What do you think? Do you think they'd sponsor me? I was going to say it's good to get out and even when it's cloudy and do some spring cleaning, but actually this is of course winter cleaning while the clouds will not abate. So spring cleaning swapped for winter cleaning. I once went to this, well actually the gentleman I bought the Epsilon from in the UK, he had a really nice mount, the Astrophysics 1600, in a very mouldy shed, and the mount was, to be honest with you, covered in mould, and all you need is to go out to prevent that. It's just to every 3 to 6 months go out and clean things over with a bit of WD-40, and that's all that's necessary. I treat my telescopes, well, as what they are. They're scientific equipment to me. They enable me to reach out and see the stars, galaxies, nebulas, and so yeah, I tend to baby these things. Like I say, if you keep things well maintained, keep it clean, keep things tidy, then it's always going to be ready to go when you need it. The opposite is never true, of course. Jupiter will rise in the west, will come over the roof of the house, so by about 8:30, if it's still clear. If it's not too cloudy, we'll give the RC a go on Jupiter and see what we can achieve. Okay, I have the dehumidifier on and the heater on. Everywhere's tidy for now. Let's see how it goes. Let's see if we can bring the humidity down. Right now it's sitting at, let's see if I can zoom in on that. It's sitting at 80%. Let's see if we can get that down to around 60 or so. Okay, for now, the man cave, the observatory, is finished. As you can see, it wasn't a great night. Lots of high-level cloud, so we'll have to wait for conditions when they're better. But the RC performed well, just as good as the Mewlon, so we'll wait for better conditions in the new year. So, bye for now.